Oh man, oh man. Wow. So here's the crazy thing about this, right? I legit didn't watch this game. I couldn't even work last night because my internet randomly decided to go out. Yes, I am the guy whose internet goes out right before Game 7, the craziest game of the year. I'm sure the rating for that game is through the roof, right? Clippers Nuggets Game 7. Let's just say this one's going to go down in the history books with all things considered. The Clippers really lost this game? Are you serious right now? Give me my phone. Let me get my box score in my hand and let's do it. Clippers Nuggets Game 7. Winner, they get the Lakers in the first round. And I'm going to just tell y'all right now, the winner wasn't the Los Angeles Clippers like most of us expected. This team had double-digit leads in what, Game 5 and Game 6, right? Yeah, they had double-digit leads in 5 and 6.
Well, I think they've done a lot of good things.
I haven't watched pretty much any of this game. I obviously knew what happened. Pat Bev got them started, 2-zip. This is one of the biggest storylines in the last 5 years of basketball. I'm talking about an on-the-court storyline. People thought this Clippers team would be compared to the Chicago Bulls. They thought this would be one of the greatest defensive teams ever.
Jokic and Morris going at it.
Oh, yeah. Jokic put anybody on that Clippers team on that box. Ooh, good pass. How many assists Joker have in this one?
Leonard fakes, drives, gets inside, and an easy layup for
13 assists. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Zubats.
I'm sorry. Joker goes 16 points, 13 assists, 22 rebounds a game. Oh my God. He went crazy, triple-double. Jamal Murray gives you 40?
Coaching and playing, I think you get a little tight.
Oh my gosh, man. We're tied at 11. Clippers take a 2-point lead. So far, so good.
Case of it is Jokic drives inside, lays it up and in. Nice move from Jokic for his first.
Wow.
What a start for that series.
Yep. Yo,
Jokic
back on that block. On one leg. You just get that smoke. Anthony Davis will have an answer for that next round, by the way. We ain't going out like that. Shaman for 3.
Michael Porter also in the game.
Another good pass from Joker to Torrey Craig this time. That is a big fella, man. I know he lost some weight, but that is a big dude making plays like that in transition. That is crazy. Murray. That's one of them 22 rebounds. Nuggets up 5. Paul George for 3.
This flat screen in the middle of the floor for Lou Williams.
Who led the Clippers in scoring? Lou Williams with the floater. Lou's been very disappointing, by the way. He has not been himself. I remember the first game in the bubble, Lou came and lit it up. And remember, right after that game, the first Clipper game in the bubble, remember Lou left the bubble to go to pay some respects to a mentor in his life that passed away, God rest the dead. He went and got them lemon pepper wings from Magic City, and he was called out and criticized about it. He ain't been the same since. How many Lou Williams have in this game? 7 points for Lou. He has been awful. As Kawhi drills the 3. Kawhi Leonard in Game 7. 6 of 22.
JaMychal Green for 3.
JaMychal Green for 3. Kawhi Leonard 6 of 22 in Game 7. I'm sorry, what?
Deficit to 7.
Wait, what?
Beautiful slip pass.
Montrezl Harrell with the jam. What did Harrell have in this one? The 6th man of the year, 20 points, 7 of 10 from the field. Speaking of, I got a video that I'm going to do of Montrezl Harrell. Nobody's lost more money in this bubble than Montrezl Harrell. He has lost the bag, man. As Murray, he's still going to get paid. He has lost a lot of money as he enters free agency. Murray, little bump, Let me get that.
Flips it up and in. Jamal Murray starting to get a nice feel. He's got
Jamal Murray really struggled the first couple of games to figure out that Clipper defense. They were giving him different looks. But boy, has he gotten it together. Kawhi to PG. How about Paul George in Game 7? 4 of 16. As Kawhi. So wait. I'm 10 for 38 between Kawhi and Paul George in Game 7. 24 points? You cannot be serious right now. We cannot be serious right now. We cannot be serious right now. Paul George.
George goes to the rim
and one.
Through contact.
I mean, the first half so far so good. I mean, they're up 7. I picked the Clippers to win this series in 4, by the way. And I picked them to win Game 7 when I knew we got here. I picked them to win by 20 in Game 7. They're up 10 right now. They're taking care of business. Look at them. I mean, they're looking like they're about to get away with Game 7, which is what I expected. What went wrong? Joker, Harris. How about Gary Harris for 3? Let's look at some of these Nuggets stats. 14 points for Gary Harris in Game 7.
Both those elimination games to force this one. Another floater.
So if Murray got to 40, that would tell me he's about to go crazy at some point in the second half.
Already a double-double plus 5 assists. Murray again drills another.
Maybe that's the start of it. Maybe it's the second quarter. Before we get about it, he's about to go crazy in the third quarter. Then that's what that tells me. 4-point game. Nuggets making a nice little run.
Murray drives on Morris. Now pulls.
He about to go crazy. He's about to go crazy.
Red hot here in the second quarter. 23.
Okay, so he's at 23. So he went crazy in the second.
Murray.
He's going crazy right now. Forget the third quarter. He's going crazy. 25 by the half for Jamal Murray. Again, might I remind you, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard combined for 24 points in the entire game. Murray besting with 25 by the half. That's crazy, by the way. Beverly's open for 3. I think Beverly had a pretty decent game. 11 points for Beverly.
Grant on a nice look from Jamal Murray.
4-point game here. Clippers still in a good spot.
Oh, nice move from Gary Harris.
Hey, Gary Harris went right at Kawhi.
Defending him and staying in front of him.
Jokic hasn't taken a 3 in this game. He's only taken 4 field goals.
Jokic to Grant for 3.
Grant knocks down another 3.
Nuggets got the 1-point lead. They didn't came back already. I think it's coming, y'all. I think it's happening again. Joker. It's happening again, y'all. It's happening.
And that's why I believe what Coach just finished saying. The great 5.
Almost 23 minutes. You wonder, can he keep going at this pace as he answers with a 3?
It's happening again. Nuggets taking off in the second half again. The Clippers look stagnant. Hey, yo, these Nuggets can shoot, man. It's a 7-point game in favor of Denver. What's going on with Clippers? JaMychal Green. These dudes counting on JaMychal Green to get them a bucket right now. What the hell is going on? Murray.
Millsap left open. His 3-pointer.
Oh, man, everybody's making threes now.
One-on-one with Williams. Now here's the screen. Murray finds Jokic.
Clippers 9 of 35 from 3 in Game 7.
Paul Millsap again.
The Nuggets were 13 of 37.
Jokic off the dribble.
35%. Kawhi.
George, a 3-pointer. That's good.
That's a big shot right there from Paul George. 6-point game. The Clippers are trying to stay in it. But remember, what's my formula to beat the Clippers? Remember what I told y'all? Get the game to the fourth quarter, and you can beat the Clippers. You put some of these high caliber guys in positions in which they gotta choose who's gonna be the guy, right? Because all these guys think they're the guy offensively on the Clipper squad that's playing late. Get the game to the fourth, and you involve egos. And look at where the score is at as we end out the third here. Monte Morris. Oh, spin him. Oh, that's beautiful. A buzzer beater. Look at the score. Nuggets are up 8, so right where they want to be going into the fourth after trailing 3-1 in this series. Now Murray's back. The Clippers are in big-time trouble. It's a double-digit game. Murray. Oh, no, he ain't. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, my goodness. The Nuggets are up 15 in Game 7.
Post up, gets inside, he's double team, has to throw it back out, throws it away.
Oh my gosh. Over Kawhi? What happened to the middle finger block? Do the Clippers have one more run in them?
Up on Millsap. Shot no good.
Jermichael Green puts back the Kawhi miss.
If I was Murray, I would have let the clock go to 2 minutes before I picked it up.
Uh-oh.
Inside pass. Jokic flips it up.
Joker. Big bucket. Clippers going to need to get some stops.
Gathers,
That's a nice move from Harold.
That cuts it to 13.
Man, I hate that he just screwed that bag up. 15-point game. We're down to 230, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh! Bang! Oh, my goodness. I didn't watch any of this. This is legit my first. Throw it down. Oh, my God.
6-0 in elimination games. Much respect for the coaching staffs.
I do not want to be disrespectful to the Denver Nuggets because my Lakers got them next. And let's be clear, the Nuggets have proved, coming back from down 3-1 versus Utah and now down 3-1 to the Clippers, they are nothing to play with. But damn, Los Angeles Clippers? Really? Look, even if my Lakers lose, which I doubt, I got Lakers in 5. Even if my Lakers were to lose, it's no way in hell they're blowing a 3-1 lead. So many comments I want to make about this one just from watching that highlight right there. Yeah, my cable and internet went out yesterday. I don't even want to talk about it. Whatever. So let's start here. This is the third time in Doc Rivers' career that he's blew a 3-1 lead. Okay, let's put this in perspective. It's only happened 13 times in NBA history. Doc Rivers got 3 of them. He did it with prime T-Mac, he did it with prime Chris Paul, and now he did it with prime Kawhi and prime Paul George. 3 times Doc Rivers blew a 3-1 lead. He's essentially did it 25% of the times that it's happened in NBA history. Now, I'm going to throw Doc this bone, and this is the only bone I'm going to throw him. To be fair, I think it's much easier to win 3 games when you're not traveling from different cities, right? There's no home court involved. So to be fair, since we've already seen 2 of them happen in one playoff, I don't believe that's ever happened in NBA history. We have to acknowledge that it's a lot easier to win a game 5 or whatever, game 7, when you know you don't have to, if you're Denver, since the Clippers would have had home court in this series under normal circumstances outside of the bubble. Obviously, in Denver's mind, when you're playing a game 5, you don't have to think about, okay, damn, we got to go back to Denver, then we got to go back to Los Angeles for a game 7. That ain't on your mind because you're just in a bubble. So it's literally all it is let's just win 3 games. But that's all the bones I'm going to throw the Clippers. No excuses. You got to take care of business. You cannot lose a game 7 to Denver after you were up 3-1. And it's not just the fact that y'all lost game 7. It was as poorly I've seen Kawhi Leonard play in quite some time. It was as poorly I've seen the Clippers be coached in quite some time. Doc Rivers has had some L's. But, you know, I know Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and Rajon Rondo maybe made a call from the bubble. And Kendrick Perkins, maybe. I know they got on the phone last night and had a field day with this one. They might have had so much fun with this one. They maybe even called Ray Allen. They don't even like Ray Allen like that. They might have even had to get the whole starting lineup back on the phone last night. Because I know in the back of their minds, and the Celtics lost in the finals to Kobe one year, but they also got a ring. I know in the back of their minds they're thinking, we would have never went out like that in a game 7 under Doc Rivers. We would have never went down 20 in the 4th when you were up double digits in the 2nd. I know somewhere Kevin Garnett's got the biggest smirk on his face. What's that Michael Jordan meme? When Mike's like, Gary Payton, I was never afraid of the glove. Kevin Garnett is somewhere saying, y'all let Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. I don't want to be disrespectful to Denver because my Lakers got to play them next. But let's just call a spade a spade. People were saying Kawhi's the best in the game. I was saying Kawhi was the best in the game. And to lose like that? What? That is embarrassing. You know, the Clippers just announced that their new arena is is not only getting built, but that thing's got a date that is going to be ready to go for the new owner of the Clippers, Steve Ballmer and company. That franchise has never been to the conference finals. Again, that's the second time Doc Rivers has blew a 3-1 lead as the head coach of the Clippers. Remember, they were up 3-1 on Houston a couple years ago and blew it like a blowtorch. So I'm just kind of processing all this in real time here. If I'm a fan of the Clippers, or I'm a fan of Kawhi Leonard, and I was becoming a fan of the Clippers, damn. Let's say I became a fan of the Clippers around the time that they got Blake Griffin. Right around that time, maybe when Chris Paul joined the team. Maybe you were a fan of Lob City and you stayed around. Look at what you've had to endure. 2 blown 3-1 series leads. That seems like a coaching malfunction, man. And I saw after the game, Doc Rivers did take some accountability. But here is the conversation we're having. Kawhi Leonard, when the pressure mounts, meaning you ain't a role player, you ain't 1 of 4 anymore on the San Antonio Spurs. You ain't playing for the Toronto Raptors, who I look at as a team that's very well coached under Nick Nurse, a team that's got veteran leadership all over the place, and Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, Kyle Lowry. You're the guy in LA. Meaning when things went left, Kawhi, you just can't sit on your high horse and not talk anymore. That's what Kawhi wants to do. Kawhi wants to just play ball. Kawhi, when you're the leader, when you're the guy, when you're the $100-some million dude, right? You're expected to be more than just a player on the court. You got to build with guys, man. It ain't just about the ball going into the basket. There's things that lead up to that thing going into the basket more. Chemistry. And I don't want to be the person to just sit around and pick at a 2-time finals MVP today. But I got to be fair, and I got to say this. Kawhi, you opted to go on your private plane this year. You don't want to practice much. You low managed the hell out of this season, right? I mean, we have to acknowledge that the quote-unquote best player in basketball had a lot to do with what looked like some chemistry issues from that Clippers team this year. Everybody just expected, because the Clippers were such a tough out for the Golden State Warriors last year, and they added 2 All-Stars, 2 of the best perimeter defenders we've got in our league, not to mention both of these guys can put the ball in the basket at elite levels. We all assumed that they could just be able to turn it on whenever. Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, the reigning 6th man and the 6th man of the year the other 3 times, right? We assumed that they would be able to turn it on and off, right? But that didn't happen. And Kawhi deserves some culpability. And let me just say this. That conversation of who's the best, unless the Lakers get swept by the Nuggets, that's over. LeBron is again the best player in basketball. Look around. Giannis is gone. Kawhi is gone. Look around. LeBron's the best player in basketball again. And to be fair to all the LeBron fans out there, because I know y'all go, I'm a Laker fan, not a LeBron fan, all right? I love LeBron, but I'm a Laker guy. That's my team since I was 5. I want to be fair to all LeBron fans, not Laker fans, but LeBron fans. Maybe y'all got the right to tell me today LeBron was never not the best player in basketball, because I'm here to have that conversation today. If that would have happened to LeBron, social media is killing Kawhi and the Clippers, but I want that same energy from all the media personalities today that picked the Clippers, because I'm apologizing to Denver today. That's what I'm doing. They deserve it. And let's give a little bit of action to Paul George, right? I want to be respectful to Paul George. He might get to the Hall of Fame. There's a decent chance that happens for him. Look, I was big on Paul George out of Fresno State. You can ask anybody. I was a teenager and I was screaming to my friends, yo, he's a good one. He's gonna be an all-star in this league. I knew it from the beginning, so I'm not surprised by the amount of success that Paul George is having in his career in totality, right? All-star in this league every year. I have to be real. I just don't think he's built like that. And what does that mean? Because Paul George can go get you. He could go get you scoring titles if he wanted to. He could go get you all-team defense whenever he wants to. All-star year in, year out if he wants to. So when I say built like that, say it with an asterisk, because this is still a damn good player. And he's a ring or 2 away from probably making it to the Hall of Fame. But I got to be honest. He ain't built like that. When you need him to be the guy, that ain't him. That's why he joined Kawhi. And I want to say this too. There was an opportunity for Paul George to join the Lakers a couple years ago to be with a guy, the guy. And he opted not to do that because he wanted to beat LeBron and the Lakers. Well, fast forward, you won't even get the shot because you couldn't get past the Denver Nuggets. Unacceptable performance from the Clippers. Patrick Beverley, where you been at? All that mess you've been talking all year. Not even making it to the conference finals after all of that. It is time for the Clippers to eat a little bit of humble pie. It's going to be a short offseason, hopefully. Get back in the gym and use that. All the people that are clowning y'all, and they are giving it to the Clippers on social media right now. It is time for them to put all that into one bag, use it as motivation, fuel, get in that car, and fire that thing up and be ready to go next year. Because this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the Clippers' lackluster performance in games 5, 6, and 7, especially game 7. What the hell was that? In the comment box below, I'm out.